welcome to another MOTUfigures.com video spotlight.
We're back again. We got a lot of videos to do. We did Snout Spout.
Right.
We just did 2 Battleground videos.
Right.
We just did, I don't even know where, I can't even keep track of what all we're doing now. But we got to play catch up on this month. We have, it's Snout Spout, Swiftwind,
It's going to be a hard month because all the Christmas shopping and stuff too.
Oh, you've got tons of Christmas shopping to do. Right. You've got to get caught up on buying gifts for the family.
Right.
Right. And Thanksgiving and holidays and all these things.
Right.
But right now we're talking about Bubble Power Shearer.
Right.
We figured we would do Bubble Power Shearer first because there's no reason to do Swiftwind until you've done this, because this figures into making your Swiftwind work so much, right? So the reason this figure exists is because the first She-Ra isn't able to fit on Swiftwind. They were saying that, okay, well, we tried it and it wasn't working, so you know what, let's just do another She-Ra.
I bet they broke a perfect, good She-Ra toys line.
They might have. When this She-Ra came out, this first She-Ra, and yes, I have the Bubble Power cape on her. We'll explain that later. When this She-Ra came out, I was thinking, wow, if they ever do Swiftwind, this is not going to work, because she can't move.
Unless they made Swiftwind like that.
Yeah, unless Swiftwind was like little tiny itty bitty, like a greyhound dog or something like that. That's the only way that could work. I mean, this was just impossible. There was no way that was going to work. And when they were telling us, oh, it's going to work, it's like, dude, there's no way that's going to work.
I've seen Cringer with more wide legs than that.
Exactly. I don't think she can even get on Cringer. It's so tiny.
I tried it.
So, you tried it?
Yes.
I don't want to know that play scenario where she was riding around on Cringer. So they said we're going to have to make another She-Ra. So they said we're going to do another She-Ra. It's going to have the new buck body, and it's going to have a lot of more articulation. It's going to have some changes. But what was cool is they didn't just re-release She-Ra. They did a vintage variant, and they did the Bubble Power version. I would prefer the Starburst version. I think you would prefer the Starburst version.
I read the magazine not too long ago.
Yeah, you knew about the Starburst version.
I also like that part where they ask Cal all the questions.
Oh yeah, they do that. Yeah, you're talking about the UK magazines. Yeah. So we both prefer the Starburst, but it's fine. Bubble Power's fine because that's not really the main reason I bought the figure. Is because of whatever variant it is. It's because I wanted a She-Ra that can ride Swiftwind, and doing a little mixing matching, you can get your perfect She-Ra. But we'll get into that after we break down the regular She-Ra, the regular Bubble Power She-Ra, I should say. So, old pieces, we've got the same shield, but this time this shield gem is pink. And the other one was
blue, clear blue.
Yeah, I think so.
It was.
You're right. I know you. You're right. You've got it. So take that. So the shield's the same, other than the gemstone and maybe some paint highlights. The same comb thing, because you have to comb your figure's hair, so they turn it into an axe.
But if you were a girl back in the old days when they made
or if you're a boy that wanted to comb the hair, either one's fine. So then you've got a sword, a new version of the sword that's more like the toy, with this cool pink gem in the middle. I just think it's awesome. That
would work for Starburst Shearer because it looks like a star over
I think the sword is so cool looking. Very cool looking sword. And then we've got, the headgear, and again, like the other one that had the toy head, it's got like the hologrammy.
We're missing that accessory.
Shiny. You're missing that?
Bubble wand.
Oh, I've got it. I'm going to get to that. We're going to wait for that to last. So it's got the shiny, like hologrammy type stickers along the side. I think this time it's done a little better though. I really like the way it catches the light. I think it's really cool. And what's cool is here,
no hole. It
no
right off.
hole in the forehead. So cool.
And you can just put it right back on there after a while.
Yeah, it goes right back on. It snaps on really well.
Really turn it around, but you can.
Yeah, they said good point. They said that you can't really. You're not supposed to be able to flip it and put it on like the mask version, but you can kind of get it to work. You can kind of pinch it around her head, and it kind of fits on there. Not that I'm ever going to put it like that, because it's kind of weird looking.
She's an Ethereum nerd if you do that.
Why, because she has glasses?
No, because she has...
You making fun of people that have glasses?
No. Why would I make fun of myself?
Oh, yeah. You're just making fun of Ethereum people that wear glasses.
Yeah, and those are the weirdest glasses I've ever
Those are strange. I'm going to get this... I'm going to take this into the eye doctor and get my prescription in these. I'll say, can you put it in these, please? So there's that. And then this head is great then, too. If for some reason you want to do She-Ra without her tiara or something, you don't have to worry about that no-hole head anymore, which made a lot of people happy. I'm going to yank his head off now, so we can get to the rest of the stuff. So, there goes the head. And then she's got a gold version of her cape.
I wonder if I can fit this on.
Nope, you can't. And then this pink and gold Bubble Power armor thing, which reminds me of Xena Warrior Princess. Do you know Xena Warrior Princess? You ever seen this? That's what it reminds me of, this look. And if this was a different color, like a black or a purple or a blue or something, I guess it's sort of pinkish purple. But if it was in a darker color, it would really remind me of Xena. So that comes off. And then now you've got it down to the point where it's the new body.
Right.
We've got a twist waist this time, whereas the last one couldn't twist at all because of this restrictive outfit thing. But now she can, and she's got a more rubbery skirt piece with these slits along the sides, so she can actually, get some moves going on.
This skirt is 2 pieces, not just one.
No, it's one piece. Oh, you mean the whole outfit?
Yes.
Yeah, there's the one piece attached to the top so that she can turn the top, and then the piece that's the bottom. And it's a lot more white this time. The white is so much more vibrant.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's almost gray on the old one. So that's really nice. The change, though, that they did here, outfit-wise, you alright?
Yeah.
Was they added some detailing to her bracers and to her boots.
I liked it.
A lot of people don't like it. They wish it was plain, like the Filmation version, but I think it's cool looking.
Yeah.
And I just take it as something that, if you look at He-Man, the figure has more detailing to his bracers and things like that than the Filmation version.
Yeah.
So this is just me thinking that, okay, this is what... Hi, Keaton? This is what they animated this to look like. I mean, they took this...
What?
I don't know. That's Mom. I don't know what she's doing. I'm not sure. So they've added these I don't really know what she's doing. They've added these detailing to the boots and to the bracers, which looks really cool.
Our security guard should take care of her.
Yeah, take care of that, Keats.
I bet he's gonna say, "Get out of here! They're doing a video."
Yeah, he's enforcing for us. So that's what you get it down to when you get all the stuff off.
Right.
And then you take, and you can make it however you want. And what I did was, I took the Filmation head and the cape from the other She-Ra, slapped them on here, and now I've got what I feel is my perfect She-Ra.
Right.
I'm going to throw the sword from the accessory pack, the two-tone sword with it, when I dig it out of the
I hope
bin.
they make another accessory pack, because I missed out on a bunch of good accessories.
You did miss out on some good accessories.
I got one thing for my Cyclone, and it's not even for Cyclone.
What'd you
the
put?
The pink Zodak staff, I pretend
like
it was a little hurricane.
That's a pretty cool staff.
Yeah, I was going to use that as tornado staff.
So the point is here is that now it can fit on Swiftwind, and you've got a good standard She-Ra to go on your Swiftwind. Well worth picking up, especially if you have Swiftwind. It's the only way you're going to have it ride Swiftwind. And we'll get into more into that when we get to Swiftwind. For now, let's talk about the bio. Bubble Power She-Ra. Real name, Adora of the House of Randor. After crossing over from Etheria to Eternia with the help of Light Hope, She-Ra joined forces with her brother and the Masters of the Universe, who are caught in a 4-way war with the Snake Men, Skeletor, and Hordak. She used her cloned sword to harmonize with and channel the powers of Grayskull to form new arms and armor in the midst of battle. Her Bubble Power armor greatly enhances She-Ra's stamina and allows her to funnel great fumes of energy at her foes. She remained on Eternia to fight off evil until both she and He-Man were called to the stars to fulfill their destiny, traveling to this tri-solar system to end the oppression of the Horde Empire.
Right.
A lot of stuff in this bio.
Oh, and first, I like that they mentioned Light Hope.
I love that Light Hope can be included now.
One cheesy.
Because before it was like a being of light before they had Filmation.
Right.
She joins forces with the Master of the Universe, who caught in a 4-way war with the Snake Men, Skeletor, and Hordak.
Now, there's one thing that I really don't like about this bio.
What's?
Clones.
Let's wait. We'll get to the sword. Hang on. Let's talk about this first. So the Snake Men, Skeletor, and Hordak are all on war on Eternia, which means Hordak came over. So I wonder if this is before or after Skeletor overthrows Hordak, and now he's come back for revenge, or if he comes here first and then he overthrows him, or if he overthrows him after he goes to the Tri-Solar system.
They were not around when he thrown on him. They weren't around.
What do you mean?
They were just babies. That's how.
No. In the bios, later on, it talks about how Skeletor overthrows or defeats Hordak and overthrows him or something like that in the bios. So I'm wondering when that takes place. She uses her clone sword to harmonize with the channel the powers of Grayskull to form new arms and armor. We hate the clone sword thing, but we'll talk about that more with the She-Ra bio. Her Bubble Power armor enhances stamina and funnels great fumes of energy at her foes. Okay, it's a vintagey gimmick to do the Bubble Power, Which we didn't even talk about the bubble power gun. Yeah, we forgot to talk about this. Wand. This is what she's going to use to funnel great fumes of energy at her foes. You put some bubble power fluid in here.
This is going to get in your eyes. Pop, pop, pop,
yeah, that would hurt. You put that in there, and then you blow through here. I don't know if this actually works.
It probably would.
It might, though. Yeah, if you fill it with bubble power.
Bubbles?
You fill it with bubble power, and it has bubble power. You fill it with bubble
power.
fluid, and then turn it, and you could probably blow bubbles.
Right.
I don't know. We should try it sometime. But, so they're making this kind of cheesy vintage gimmick into something that works in the bio, and you know what? I'm cool with that. Go ahead and make something up. Great fumes of energy. Okay, sure. And then it talks about how she travels to the Tri-Solar System with He-Man, which that's talking about like New Adventures He-Man. So she goes with him. Who knows if it's time travel or if it's not time travel or what? I think they're saying now that it's not time travel, but I don't know for sure. I'll have to go back and read some of those bios again. Cool bio. Has a lot of stuff in it.
Right.
Tries to make bubble power work as a real weapon.
Right.
You did your best, guys, and it was okay. Cool figure. You got to have it if you have Swiftwind. So if you're going to get Swiftwind, you might as well go ahead and go get a bubble power She-Ra. They're both gone now, but if you go to the secondary market and pick up Swiftwind, you might as well go ahead and factor in a cost for bubble power She-Ra. Because otherwise you'd have nothing to ride your Swiftwind.
What store?
What did I say? Like secondary market. Did I say that?
Yes.
Okay. Like eBay and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. We'll get to Swiftwind. I don't think we're going to do Swiftwind tonight. We'll probably do it tomorrow night or something.
I think we have a couple more things to talk about.
Oh, yeah. You earned something.
There's one more thing, too.
What? Oh, we're not going to talk about that this time. We'll save that. But I will tell them about your Demo Man thing.
Okay.
So, Blaze has been trying to come up with ways to be able to afford both Demo Man and Wind Raider next month. He's got an allowance, and he's got enough saved up for Wind Raider, but he doesn't think he's going to be able to do Demo Man. That's also why he skipped Swiftwind, is because he wanted to save the money.
Actually, I just felt like skipping her.
Well, my phone's texting. That's probably my wife. He had this idea. He knows that I like to eat hot wings, you know. So we were at Quaker Steak, and I had my boneless hot wings. And Blaze has a very bland palate. We're always trying to get to try new things and eat different foods. But he's constantly like, no, I don't want that. No, I'm not gonna try that. So we're at Quaker Steak, and he goes, hey, how much you give me to eat one of those hot wings? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I'll tell you what, if I eat a whole boneless hot wing, will you get me Demo Man? And I thought there was no way he would do it, because he would take one bite and he'd be like, this is too hot, I'm not doing it, there's no way. So I said, okay, sure. And he's like, oh, okay. And so he takes a little bite and he's like, oh, I don't know, it's really hot, I don't know if I can handle it. And so I'm like, I'll tell you what, if you handle it, if you can make it through, I'll even buy one for your brother. I'll buy you both a Demo Man. Because I thought there was no way you would do it. I thought there was no way you were going to eat a hot wing.
Hey, that would make cute.
And that was it, man. He was on it. Once he'd reached that limit where it was like, okay, I got what I want out of him, and now I'm going to do this. He just was dipping it in and just going, he just went hog wild, dipped it in ranch and just got the whole thing down. And Blaze hates hot food, so that's a big accomplishment
for
for
my
him.
last bite, I just threw it in my mouth.
He just went for it. He was like, I'm done. No big deal. So he got Demo Man by eating hot wing.
Oh, and I was going to do BW3s, but nah.
BW3s is hot compared to Quaker Steak. I don't think Quaker Steak's that hot. I love hot foods.
Right.
So you earned the Demo Man, so that was your story.
Yep.
And I guess that's it for this one, right?
Right.
So, I guess we'll see you guys next time. We'll do Swiftwind tomorrow night, I guess, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. So, good journey. We'll see you guys next time.
Good journey.
Later.